All right, we're going to stay, of course, with our coverage of Odisha. It's been 5 days since Cyclone Fani made landfall in Puri district. Residents of Odisha continue to struggle to get food and water while the relief operations are underway and in full swing. The Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has appealed to contribution for relief work to help rebuild Odisha. In an exclusive conversation, Patnaik told Mirror Now that he hopes to restore all services in a month. It will take a month to get this state back on its feet, and it needs our help. Take a look.
I'm being joined by Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik. We'll try to talk to Sir as to what he has to say on this devastation. Sir, thank you for taking out time. What is that Odisha needs right now?
Cyclone Fani has damaged Odisha, but not our spirits. Help us to rebuild Odisha and contribute generously to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund.
Sir, any word on the kind of work that you have done? 11 lakh to 12 lakh people evacuated within 48 hours. Such a tremendous work. How far we can expect people, things to restore to normalcy, sir?
We did evacuate 12 lakh people, which has set global benchmarks, to cyclone shelters, and we expect that in a period of 1 month, most of the restoration to be done.
So what is that one thing you would want people of India to contribute to Odisha, given the magnitude of this cyclone, that it has made this impact in Odisha?
As I said earlier, to contribute generously so that we can rebuild Odisha.
Thank you for taking our time, sir. So, here was Chief Minister of Odisha demanding people to generously donate to CM's Relief Fund after the Cyclone Fani made a landfall. This is Ayushman Kumar reporting for Mirror Now.
In fact, my colleague Ayushman is live right now as he joins us. Ayushman's been in Odisha for several days and he's been tracking that process. Ayushman, first of all, are you okay? Did you have enough access to food, water, cash? I know that was a problem yesterday. And if you're still in Bhuvaneshwari, could you tell us what the status is of Bhuvaneshwari right now?
Well, we are perfectly fine. The Bhuvaneshwar status as of now is that the officials continue to say that the restoration work in Odisha and particularly in Bhuvaneshwar is on track. And like yesterday, CM tweeted that 20% of the electricity has been restored. Today in a press briefing, they said that the number has gone up, and they have not said the actual percentage to what it has gone up to. But the water supply, they maintain that it has been restored in several parts of the city. The electricity is also being restored. We can see that on the street, we can see the street lights are working right now. The secretariat, the hospitals, and in the IS officers department, in the government quarters, the electricity has been restored. On the other part of the city, if you go through, situation is worse. The officials say that it will take some time. 12th May is an important day because the officers say that by 12th May in Bhuvaneshwar, the electricity will be restored by 100%. In Puri, where the devastation is huge, they are saying that the first phase of electrification and the re-electrification in Puri will take place, and even the supply to Jagannath temple will take place on that day. From that day onwards to next 1 month, Puri will take the, in Puri, the work will be on to restore the electricity. Over 1 lakh poles have been damaged, and it has been demanded that SAIL will be supplying these poles. 1,200 crores that have been lost because of this Cyclone Fani. Right now, we have been given the update that all Odisha cadre IS officer will be contributing 10,000 rupees from their own salary to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. At the same time, on the terms of RBI and SBI and the amount of ATMs working in the city, when we asked the officials as to what was the status, the officials said that RBI has said that 2 hours extra the officials will work. Right now, for the first time after 5th day, the RBI has functioned fully and SBI has functioned fully. So maybe from tomorrow till 12th, we can see a normalcy in ATMs as well as cash flow in the capital. But right now, what we talked yesterday, situation hasn't improved much, Faye.
All right, Aishman, stay with us. I'm just going to try and see if we can get Pramod's around. Pramod's in Puri, and Puri's situation in terms of internet and connectivity is far worse. So I'll apologize in advance to our viewers if we lose the connection with Pramod while he's speaking. But Pramod, what is the situation in Puri? You've sent us a report of people getting water from the fire trucks today. Could you give us the status of the situation there? Have people been living without water and electricity for 3 and 4 days?
Well, certainly, and we could even, like, if you could see behind me, there is like no other source of light except for the like source from vehicles. That's the only thing. This is one of the important junctions in Puri called as Mukundagar, and this is where the situation is presently. The thing is that nobody has even started counting the amount of damages to the house or trees or anything, because it was almost cut off, but right now the roads, the main roads are at least fine. But however, behind, if you could see, there are like no houses with proper roofs or anything. In fact, all these trees have been chopped and placed right next to the road itself, and that's the condition over here. The essential stuff right now, at least the NDRF and other people or like fire department are doing a tremendous job in at least providing drinking water. And the thing is that today morning we were confused because people were trying to get water on water bottles instead of pots, and then only they told us that all their pots and everything belonging are completely under this kind of destruction, and that's the reason they are trying to find out any kind of water source, water bottle, anything to take it, and that's what they're like drinking and surviving right now. As of now, we don't see much people in shelters. Everybody's back. They are salvaging whatever they could from their houses and everything, and they're trying to survive, and that's how they are sleeping. This is one condition where you can see how people are coming and like being together, and very unfortunate that this is how they are surviving at this point right now. This is in Puri. Power supply is only, we can't even imagine it for now because only now works have started. We just saw the poles been coming to this plate. Even now from here, they have to take it all the way to various junctions, and laying it is a bigger issue. Manpower is not enough over here. Yes, 5,000 workers have come from Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and Telangana, but to reach the spot, to like lay it down, you need a lot of manpower, equipments and metals, and that's the reason they claim electricity was not even will not be available for at least a minimum of 10 days, which I'm calling it as a minimum one.
Well, Pramod, tell us what the temperatures are like in Puri right now. Obviously, living without even a fan, with no electricity at this point, no water, so you're not able to take a shower, you're not able to wash your clothes. And if you could have a conversation with the people who are around you on whether or not they've had access to medicines, to milk, to basic necessities, and if there is access to food right now, because we want to understand if people have come back to their homes from the shelters, what services are they getting in their homes right now?
Well, the first thing here is that they came back to the shelter from their shelters to their home because, like I said earlier, they want to save whatever they can. But this is how they are surviving in. Earlier, one person who told us water is becoming a big issue. पानी पीने के लिए पानी मिल रहा है यहाँ पे?
नहीं मिलेगा, नहीं पानी नहीं मिलेगा, खाना नहीं मिला, कुछ भी नहीं मिला था. घर द्वार सब टूटा गया. पीने के लिए कपड़ा नहीं मिला, कुछ भी नहीं मिला था. क्या करोगी?
सरकार से कुछ भी नहीं मिला आपको?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं मिला. सरकार से कुछ नहीं दिया हमको.
कैसे संभाल रहे हैं फिर?
क्या करेगी? हर दिन हर रात दुख गई रहती है. क्या करेगी?
यहाँ पे आपको कुछ कपड़े कुछ भी नहीं मिला घर से?
कुछ नहीं.
कैसे संभाल रहे हैं तो फिर?
जो भी बोल रहा है वो कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है.
यहाँ भी सो रहे हैं सब कुछ यहाँ पे?
सब यहाँ पे.
पूरा सब लोग. That's a very unfortunate situation, like we said. The thing is that for the past 3-4 days, there was very difficulty in getting water. Yes, there is water, but most of them are you cannot drink it, and there is no electricity, and you cannot even use gas stoves. Anything behind you could see. That's the condition. Everything is under this debris. They have to clear this debris, and only then they can start using their equipment. And until then, they are struggling, but they are surviving. In fact, now only for today they have started getting vegetables, based on which most of the people now are trying to eat outside whatever they could. Even little bit they are trying to consume, and they are surviving. But ये दूध सब कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है यहाँ पे? क्या कर रहे हैं बच्चे लोगों के साथ?
बच्चे भूखा रहती है, बच्चे भी भूखा रहते हैं, बड़ा भी भूखा रहती है, सब भूखा रहती है. कुछ भी नहीं मिला था. सरकार ने हमको कुछ भी नहीं दिया, ना पीने के लिए, नहीं खाने के लिए, नहीं सोने के लिए भी कुछ भी नहीं था. क्या करेंगे? अभी तक भी 5 दिन 6 दिन हुआ, कुछ भी नहीं मिला था. 6 दिन हुआ.
Well, it's very unfortunate. She says like some children have to go hungry without milk and things like that, but they are trying to survive, and doesn't seem to be happy with the way the government is handling the rehabilitation now.
Well, Pramod, stay with us. We'll quickly cut across to Ayushman. Ayushman has been speaking with the Chief Minister and the government officials who are in Bhuvaneshwari. Ayushman, are they aware of the, of the state of affairs in Puri and what's going on? Pramod is bringing us updates about the fact that people have not got food. There are children without milk and water. What is the government doing to fix that?
Well, Faye, we did raise this issue to the concerned official when we asked them as to what is being done in Puri, because the damage has been huge. And the officials say that over 1,200 ton of flattened rice and 60 ton of jaggery and relief material in forms of the relief packets have been distributed from the government side, including the NDRF team. From yesterday, this has started. And when we raise this issue as to why this condition is there, because we are also being told by the other informed sources that it is being difficult for people who are going out there to distribute these relief packets, because people are angry. They're asking as to why there was a delay. People have been staying hungry, and there is no food supply and no water supply. But the government officials maintain that they say that they are arranging things as soon as they can, and this is what they have. From yesterday, they have started distributing the relief packets. They know of the situation, what is there in Puri. Even in Bhuvaneshwari, there are certain pockets where people are saying that they haven't got food. But when we asked the officials, they said they have been supplying food. But when you go on ground, they say, no, the food is not available here. But the officials say that food is there and they are regularly supplying this. So there is a certain kind of miscommunication. Either the officials are lying or the food is not reaching at the right place.
Quick question. Is there are of course a lot of people who don't live in Odisha, who are in other states right now, who know that their villages have completely been flattened or their homes have completely been destroyed. Is the state government offering assistance to these people to rebuild their homes, and how do they get that assistance? Do you know?
Well, Faye, when we ask the official as to what is the main requirement of the government that they want us to highlight, the official said that there is only one thing in which media can help them, is that they can say, they can go on to advertise this fact that government needs an urgent resource in the CM's relief fund, because the government officials say that the government is planning to culminate this entire process of assessment very soon. After that, they'll be distributing the ex gratia that would be given to people who have lost their homes, and this will start on a very urgent basis. This is what the government officials say. In Bhuvaneshwari, there are certain pockets where the officials have said that along with food packets, along with the ration card.
All right, Ayushman, forgive me while I cut you off. I have a quick question for Pramod. Pramod, we understood that the Indian Navy was airdropping food packets to a lot of people who were in distress. The Air Force had also brought in supplies of medication. And the people in the shelter were receiving food from various agencies. Now that they've come back to their homes, have you, at least today when you traveled around Puri, noticed any sort of government agency that was handing out food? If we might not be able to see Pramod, if we can hear him, I'd like that answer.
Actually, there is a pile of
over there. This is the condition actually. There is a pile of a sack of rice that belong to this family, and this is a condition right now. This is completely, I can't explain the actual condition. They cannot eat it. Yeah, the thing is that as per the chief minister itself, like 12 lakh people were taken from one location to the other, and they have come back right now. That's, yes, the lives were saved, but how are they going to sustain it? That's the bigger issue. Even in this sack itself, like, they claim that this is the only thing they have, and definitely a normal human being cannot have this food. It's very unfortunate that this is what they claim like they have with us. And the thing is that not much officials we saw on the ground. In fact, if I have to compare it with the way how Gaja was handled, NGOs, like common people, volunteers, they came over on like car and they started distributing like food and packets and everything to the people. But I couldn't see anything like this over here. Officials are only concentrating about clearing the path, about like laying the power lines, and that too only started now. But how about food providing to the, you have to go to I would say they have to come to different locations and they have to meet the people and ask, at least distribute the food without even asking, because so much people are here and definitely they cannot consume something like this. It's smelly and it's like it's definitely gone off, and this is what they have. This is not the condition of a person, a human being could survive on, and that's the problem here. It seems like there is a lot of delay in providing food and water. At least now fire trucks are being used to provide water, but what about food? That's a bigger problem. अभी किधर से खाने लेकर हैं अभी?
5 दिन हेला नहीं खाने देगा।
ये खा रहे थे?
हाँ, 5 दिन तक।
ये तो ठीक नहीं है।
ठीक नहीं सकता क्या ही खाएंगे हमें? कि मीठा नहीं, मीठा सही तो नहीं, सादा, खाली देंगी।
This is actually a food that is spoiled, and they claim that they were using this and they are surviving with this. Very unfortunate. Not, I mean, there's a minimum of 20 people should be here, and it's not. I don't know. I hope the government is watching, because this is not they should eat. This is spoiled and it's smelly and it's completely like because of rain and everything has gone, and this is what they're having. And that's the kind of condition over here. Like many locations, this is what it seems, because not just in central Puri where you can see NDRF bringing lamps and placing them and trying to sustain life, but this is actual life around the place. It seems like government has not come to this spot so far, and that's why they are angry.
All right, Pramod and Aishman, let me also thank you both for your personal commitment in bringing us this story, both of these stories, under the circumstances under which both of you are working right now. Odisha needs our help. It needs volunteers, it needs donations, it needs NGOs, it needs us to reach out. Remember how we actually extended a helping hand to Kerala, to Tamil Nadu. Why is it that we haven't reached out to Odisha? Odisha needs our help. Quick break and we'll come back with more news on the other side. Don't go anywhere.